And I'm Brendan McLaughlin, live at the University of South Florida, where the four remaining Republican presidential candidates are going to take the stage tonight for what could be a pivotal debate in this election. Now, Newt Gingrich's victory in South Carolina really just broke this campaign wide open. It's created a lot of attention. The spin room back there is a virtual who's who of media from all over the country and some from all over the world. But Florida, as opposed to South Carolina and New Hampshire and Iowa, is the big time. It's far larger, 10 media markets, Tampa being the largest. It's far more diverse, and it's just a lot more expensive for candidates to compete. And that's why the winner of our primary, which is a week from tomorrow, can boast that they can compete on the national stage and make Barack Obama a one-term president, which is the role of the GOP in this election cycle. Now, I spoke to some political experts earlier today from the Bay Area here who told me what they hope to hear and what they expect to hear from the candidates tonight.
I think you're really going to see people looking at Newt's momentum, and they want to see if he can maintain it. He's obviously performed really, really well in recent debates, and I think Mitt Romney has a lot to lose.
I think what you'll look for tonight is Mitt Romney needs to hang that anti-capitalist hat on Newt Gingrich. He needs to come back at Newt the way that Newt is so good rhetorically, just annihilating his opposition, whether it be John King of CNN or another candidate.
I want to hear from my candidate, Newt Gingrich, that, you know, his big picture. What is he going to do to make my children and my grandchildren's lives better in the United States that I grew up in?
All right, well, here's what happened. I mean, Newt Gingrich did in Florida what he did in South Carolina. He flipped the polls. Just last week, he was behind Mitt Romney by double digits. The latest polls that came out this morning show that Newt Gingrich is up by 9, maybe 10 points in this race. So, you know, what we're going to see is some very, very tough debating here tonight. The question is how many of the issues, the hard issues, are going to really get the attention that they deserve and frankly, that voters want to hear about. And here's another irony here before I say goodbye, and that is the fact that the Republican Party of Florida defied the National Party by moving this primary from March up to January 31st, and they got penalized for doing so. They did that because they wanted to have more influence in the way this nominating process goes. Well, what may end up happening is that no matter who wins a week from tomorrow, the race goes on. Nothing is settled. So Florida might have had more impact, more influence, if they had kept the primary date in March where it was from the beginning. So we're going to be covering this debate. It starts at 9 o'clock, goes for 90 minutes. We're going to have all the spin afterwards and bring you the highlights on ABC Action News at 11. That's the latest from University of South Florida. I'm Brendan McLaughlin. Back